A growing concern among parents is their children's use of the F word, Facebook. Parents have caught on to the fact that Facebook and most other social networking sites are detrimental to teenagers and can be harmful for a handful of different reasons. That is why I, the Affirmative, support the resolution resolved that social networking is harmful to America's youth. Now I will define some key terms. Social networking, as defined by Webster's Dictionary, as the use of a website to connect with people who share personal or professional interests, place of origin, education at a particular school, etc. The three main social networking sites I will be addressing today are Facebook, MySpace, and Chatroulette. Another part of the resolution that deserves defining is harmful. Harmful means causing or capable of causing harm. Hurtful, detrimental, damaging. That is exactly how I describe the social networking sites I listed above. Harmful. These sites are harmful to America's youth for a number of different reasons. Social networking sites are dangerous, hinder teenager social skills, and overall are just a waste of time. In 2005, the Center for Missing and Exploited Children reported more than 2,600 incidents of adults using the Internet to entice children. Two specific examples are the case of 15-year-old Kayla Reed and the case of Judy Cahuste, a 14-year-old from Roswell, New Jersey. Both girls had been in touch with online predators through MySpace that convinced the two girls to meet up with them. Judy Cahuste was found a week later strangled in a dumpster, and Kayla Reed's body was found in a canal near her Livermore, California home. These are two examples of how social networking can be dangerous, and in order to prove this point, I ran a little experiment over the past 2 weeks. I recently took up the alias on Facebook as a girl named Ashley Scheffler. To clarify, this name was completely made up, and there's no one in this district with this name. To start, a friend and I came up with a name. Then we found a picture of a youngish-looking brunette. I created a fake email, wrote that I went to North Penn Senior High, and there you go, I had myself an alias. Over the past 2 weeks, I've accumulated over 180 new friends, and only about 3 of them actually knew who I was. The whole point I am making here is about 180 people said yes to a complete stranger, and they opened up their whole personal life to me. I now have access to some of their phone numbers, most of their emails, and I can view their pictures and even talk to them. Despite the fact that this sounds really creepy, these people let me into their lives without knowing who I was. 11 out of the 14 students in this class accepted my request. Again, most of them were under the impression that I was some teenager who went to North Penn. The point I'm trying to prove is that anyone could do what I've done. All I needed was a face to show who I was supposed to be, hence the name Facebook. You may be thinking to yourself about all the privacy settings you clicked yes for, but so did all the people that I'm now friends with. These privacy settings on Facebook aren't as secure as you believe they are. They truly are. My aunt works with a man in charge of job interviews at a hospital in Pennsylvania. She found out that he has access to anyone's Facebook accounts, and if he finds anything that is somewhat suspicious, he won't even give an interview to the person at all. Some colleges follow the same principles, and then the mistake you made to put that photo up years ago comes back to harm you again. Dr. Himanshu Tyagi, a psychiatrist at West London Mental Hospital, studied and found out that kids born since the 90s have been negatively affected by interacting in social networking sites such as MySpace and Facebook. I quote the study. He believes that the kids are likely to find the real world boring and will even turn to more extreme types of behavior to get a kick out of life, and that in the virtual world things happen much faster. Relationships are begun and ended with the click of a mouse, and you can reinvent yourself in your own online profile whenever you want to. End quote. But the facts are even simpler than that. Kids are losing the face-to-face interaction that everyone needs. By always chatting with other teens online, they have time to think about what to say back to the other person. But a real conversation isn't like that. They also are starting to use slang such as LOL, OMG, and misspelling is a new thing. And OMG, if you actually capitalize the word I or use proper grammar, you would probably be banned from Facebook. So the solution to this was to create a face-to-face social networking site where you can talk to other people from all over the world. Chatroulette. Chatroulette is a site that randomly matches you up with strangers for video, audio, and text chat from all over the world. This site's concept and original intentions were amiable, but it turned into perverts using the sites for, let's just say, indecent exposure. Now the teens that go on the site, who may be using for its original purpose, are exposed to foreign indecency, not foreign culture. 88-year-old Betty White on Saturday Night Live last weekend said it best. Facebook sounds like a huge waste of time. Betty is completely right. Jake will argue that these sites help kids and teens connect. But who do they need to connect with? Their classmates that they haven't seen for 2 hours? This debate is how social networking could harm the youth of America. Not everyone. Facebook could be useful for adults to connect with old friends, but most of us laugh at the thought of our parents using the sites that we do. Teens could be outside playing a game of pickup basketball or going for a run, but instead of catching a ball, they're catching up on their wall post and running to check their friend requests. If these sites were used for their original purpose, they could be helpful, but knowing the human race, we can turn anything good into something bad. Social networking is dangerous. It harms teens' ability to socially interact, and it is just a complete waste of time.